Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is Mrs. J, and today we're going to look at creating the snail cam for the Automata project using Fusion 360. We're talking about this guy in the center right here. He's got a nice little through hole and then a great little shape. When this spins around on your axle, you get a nice dropping motion from your line follower on top. So fun to use, fun to make, fun to laser cut and 3D print. Okay, we're going to use parametric modeling to create this shape right here. So let's head into Fusion. You want to make sure that in your data panel, open this up, that you're in your Automata Toy project and not something else. Click your home button, Automata Toy. You'll see whatever you've made so far. And then once you're in there, you're good. If you're not sure if you're in inches, you can come up to your initials, preferences, design, update to inches. If you're just changing from millimeters to inches now, you need to start a new design right here. Okay, so make sure that's all set up. And I have a new sketch. Let me make sure you see that. I have a new sketch, and I'm going to put it on the front plane. So start here, new sketch, create a sketch. Make sure you're working on the front plane. It makes it easier to place it in your toy box later during assembly. So I'm going to click here. There we go. And then you know what? I have to set up my parameters before I start modeling. So we're going to go to the Modify panel. I'm going to go to the Change Parameters section here. Okay, drag that over. It's always such a big window. We're going to create 3. So plus. And the first thing we're going to do is DIA for diameter. And we're in inches. So make sure you're in inches here. It'll default if you're defaulted to inches. If not, change it right here. And we're going to call this 1 inch, so 1.0, or you could just type 1. And then nominal diameter. Uppercase, lowercase matters here. Uppercase N, uppercase D. Lowercase here. Hit OK. And then let's do, for the hole in the center, we'll do that next. HOLE. And we'll make that, it's in inches. We're going to do 3/16, and Fusion will automatically put it in decimalized form for us. So helpful. And that's whole. And that's going to be, let me just make sure that can be lowercase, I'm pretty sure. No, I think I need to make it uppercase. So uppercase HOLE. And then make sure that works. Hit OK. Yeah. Okay, so DIAM is here. I don't know if you need that word, but that's what I had in my original instructions, so we'll keep it. One more plus, we're going to do the depth, DEPTH, lowercase, and that's going to be 0.25. So 1/4 inch, you could type in 1 1/4, and CAM, thickness. Uppercase on the C, uppercase on the T. Need to be specific there. Okay, so I've got 1 inch, 3/16 of an inch, 0.25 inch. With the snail cam, because of its odd shape, later on you can change this and make it larger, but once you start getting smaller, you'll see that this fairly large hole here will get in the way of the cam shape. So if you go smaller than 1 inch, you'll need to make your hole smaller also. And you just play around with that and then undo what you're seeing so that you can get that concept. Okay, here comes the fun part. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Let's grab the line tool. There's a bunch of different ways to do this, but we're good. Take a line right on the origin, and we're going to go straight up. And then we're going to type over here in the box DIA and divide it by 4. So DIA divided by 4. Hit enter. Now I'm going to zoom in so we can see this a little better. There we go. Okay, so I zoomed in a little bit. Now the reason I did that is because in here, diameter divided by 4. See, and then we're going to make another line, diameter divided by 2. Again, there's other ways to do this, but it works fine. So right on top of it, pick that up. I went right on the origin. You see that? I clicked right on the origin. I went straight up, and then I want DIA divided by 4. Enter. Well, that did not work out right. Let me see what I did wrong there. Oh, 2. Said that wrong. Forgive me. Like that's really tiny. Okay, DIA divided by 2. And let's fix these so they look a little neater. Okay, so you could use the point tools, you could go other ways, but this works just fine. Did I do that correctly? Let me make sure. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so let's see. The next part we're going to try to do is to get those curves going from here. Let's make the larger outside circle. If you take a good look at that video, the snail cam, you'll see that it's not exactly rounded shape. It's a little bit off, so we're going to play with that for a minute. Let's see if I can get this set up. Okay, so let's take the circle tool. We're going to go right on the origin. We're going to go right up to that point there. Let's see if I missed that origin. Let me just try that one more time. Circle tool right on the origin and click up. Yeah, I missed that just a little bit. Okay, and that'll say 0.5. So now comes a tricky part. We're going to try to do this 3-point arc. So we're going to go up to, let me see if I can get this right. The arc tool, 3-point arc. So create tab, arc tool, 3-point arc. We're going to go from here to here. We're going to drag a little bit. We want to make sure we don't let it snap to this. So don't let it snap on here. Come out over here. There you go. And now we're going to come up and take that tangent tool at the top. I'm going to click on the arc we just made, and right here it makes it nice and smooth. Give us a nice little shape. You know what? I think I did that too low. I'm going to undo that twice. It looks off. So we're going to do create tab, arc tool, 3-point arc. I think it needs to be from here. Let's go here to here. That makes so much more sense. Okay, so don't let that snap. Stay inside here. Grab that tangent. Click here and click here. So much better. Okay, let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. Tangent tool, that's looking a lot more like the picture there, yeah. So now we're just going to trim that extra line out, see if we can get this going fairly well. Okay, so scissors tool up at the top, that's a trim tool. I'm going to get rid of this guy right here. If you ever run into their trim tool like warnings, it's okay, just let them go. Sometimes if you have a dimension, it won't let you trim something. You have to delete the dimension and then trim. But we're good here. So all we have to do now is throw in the circle, the hole for the center. When you figure out your axle in the classroom to make your toy, you can change this. But for now, we'll just click on the center. We'll drag out. We're going to type in hole. Enter. Enter again. And then we're good. Finish our sketch. Going to hit isometric. And then we want to extrude. We're going to select our shape here. It's okay if you still have that line there. You could trim it out, don't need to. And this one's going to be depth, which should be 1/4 inch. And there you go. It's actually pretty easy once we get the hang of it, a little bit here and there. That's your nice snail cam. Makes a great motion on your toy. Makes everything pop up and down. So remember, if you change your parameters later and you can make this bigger, it's no problem. If you make it smaller, you might have issues with the hole overlapping. Enjoy your parameters tool. It lets you make the cam any way you want. We love a 2-inch cam in the automata boxes. They fit really well. So see that totally different shape there, right? And you can just go back and change it again. And you can 3D print or laser cut whatever size you need. So I'll go back to 1 inch. There you go. Thanks for watching.